It's time for Hoppe's Inbox, only on Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Oh my freaking God. You know how every day is a different national day? Today must be National Everyone Reacts Like a Mutant on Facebook Day. I think that's what September 29th is. Before I read my comments, I'm going to read to you what it says here. And this post really pissed off people this morning, and I didn't think it was going to. I said, I never get people who call a radio show and go, I don't need to go on air, just tell the host. Listen to me. Before we even break it down, listen to me. Whatever radio show you listen to, you could be talking about Scott Tavlin, be talking about Mike Calta, you could be talking about somebody I work with. None of them are your friends. You have a parasocial relationship where you listen through the radio. And a lot of times you're alone. There's a lot of these haters on social media. They take car selfies because they're sitting in a car. And you have no friends. And the radio show you listen to feels like a friend. So when you call up, you think it's their friend, but just realize, like whenever somebody would go on air or would call the show and I would bring something up, I'd be like, oh yeah, this guy wanted me to tell you this. He'd go, oh, whatever. Graba was a little more like, hey, I want to hear what's going on. But Calta didn't care. Rover didn't care. And it's so sad when all these listeners think that they care. They don't. They care about their bank account. And they care about their ratings and maybe their family and friends. That's it. They don't care about Joe from Lakeland. Oh, yeah, I got this opinion, but you don't need to have me on air. You could just, you could just relay the info to him. Yeah, let me freaking do that with the other 8 calls I'm getting. I got these comments right here. From some guy that used to work in radio named Big Cat Stevens. So on my Facebook post, you'll notice I capitalize every first letter because that's what Barstool Sports is and does. And I learned that from iHeartRadio as well. And he goes, I'll never get people who capitalize every letter in a sentence, every first letter. I don't know why you care. And then he took the time to capitalize it. There's things that annoy me on Facebook. You know what I do? I mute it. I cannot imagine in a short lifetime getting mad. Oh, wait, that's right. You're unemployed, Big Cat Stevens. I ain't trying to hate on someone that's unemployed because I've been unemployed before. Maybe go work on your air check. John Scanty comments. Isn't that what a phone screener is for? Totally seems reasonable to me. No. Not when you're taking 8 calls and they're supposed to go on air. Let me specify to you, to the people out there. The host doesn't care about your opinion. They care about getting the opinions that go on air. But I've never once, in the times I've actually told the host what they said, when Mike Olivero does it on the Mike O show, he's applauded. But when I do it, I get hated on. Funk that. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. These radio show hosts are not your friend. You know who's your friend? The person you talk to. If you have friends. If you think a radio show host cares about you, you're one of 150,000 people. It's sad. It's really, really sad seeing these listeners, the Bone Fam, the diehard Rovers Morning Glory listeners, they don't care about you. They care about you listening. They care about you going to their events. How about this? I don't tell you how to do your job. If you're a hairstylist or a welder, you don't tell me how to do my job. You think maybe when I got taught how to do radio 15 years ago, when I first got into radio, you think the people that taught me how to do phones went, hey, yeah, make sure you keep the person on line for 45 seconds to relay all the info while 7 other calls come through. The times I've done that, people then bitch at me and go, Hoppe, you're not taking the calls. But then when I take the calls and don't take the one of somebody that wants to go on air that I'm hated on, I could literally cure cancer. And somebody from Lakeland would be like, you didn't do it soon enough. I mean, this is ridiculous. I'm not playing victim. I know when you're an outspoken person and you're tall and handsome like me that you're going to have haters. That's fine. At least I'm putting myself out there and doing original content and being outspoken. Matt Cahill, who's from the Junkies, he commented, haha, drives me insane, especially when they say that after you're done screening them. And then Carlene, who worked with Matt Cow's Morning Madhouse, says, it drives me nuts. I always tell them I'm not a secretary. I don't pass on messages. This line is for those that want to go on air. Otherwise, you can text in. And she goes on to say, the worst is listening to them rant and then saying, I'll put them on hold. And they tell me, oh, I don't want to be on air. This perfectly describes my life. 50% of people on the post agree with me, and 50% of people disagree with me. Perfectly describes me. I mean, if there was any other way to describe whatever legacy I leave in radio, that's that. That 50% of people like me and 50% hate me because deep down, you know I'm right. Deep down, you know Ryan Hoppy's always right. Not really. Trey the Chocolate Jock, who had one of the most legendary, underrated shows ever in Chicago radio on Power 92. Trey the Chocolate Jock's morning jump off on Power 92. He said, when I started as a producer, I thought that too. But as years passed, I realized the host said something really compelling or controversial or funny that made the listener call in. Yeah, it's on the producer to let the call, but it's really about them getting their opinion out. On air! When you have other calls going on, and we kind of had a little back and forth. The thing is, people like Trey, he's nice. He's a nice guy with a nice radio show. So he wouldn't get mad if his screener said something. Also, the IQ points sometimes of Chicago listeners that actually graduated high school is a little easier than talking to Joe from Lakeland. And the other thing is you don't tell me how to do my job, and I don't tell you how to do your job.
Happy hour. Happy hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
RyanHoppyRadio.com.
Happy hour will be right back.
You probably had Taco Bell before.
Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
In the nuts, and we'll call it a day.